Yes, boys, what you guys saying? I'm FC. This is Blue Lions TV, and welcome to another pre-match show before our game tonight at 8 p.m. So that's in half an hour against LILLE in the Champions League. Good to see you guys. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't even thinking of doing one, but of course when I saw the lineup, I was like, damn, I need to quickly get this stream up and running. Been a busy day, it's been a busy day, but we move. Good to see you guys here. As I'm saying, if you guys want your questions prioritized today, send a super chat. If not, it's cool. It is what it is. But anyway, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into things with the team lineup for today's game. So it looks like we're going to wear the white kit, and yeah, you know what? Maybe I might buy that white kit. Like I'm thinking to. I think it's quite nice with the collar. It's not too bad. As we guys can see, the team lineup is here. Of course, Kepa in goal. It looks like we're going to use a back three. Aspie, Tamori, Zuma, James, and Marcos Alonso. So I'm assuming that Aspie is going to be the guy playing on the right-hand side of the back three. Zuma on the left-hand side. Oh, or maybe, will Tamori play in the middle? Yeah, I'd assume Tamori in the middle. And Zuma down the left-hand side. In midfield, Kante and Jorginho. That is not too bad. That is not too bad. Good that Kante is fit and available now. Up front, Mason Mount, Willian, and Tammy Abraham. Now, I'm cool with this. I think this is okay. It's a good lineup against LILLE. You want to keep, we want to make sure that we're protected defending the counter attacks. LILLE have some great individual players, especially in attack. If we can limit them getting balls to their attacking players, we've got a chance in today's game. We got the first super chat for today. Thank you, Matty M. Appreciate it, man. Nini, love the channel. RJ24 UCL debut. That's what I'm saying, man. Reece James finally playing. I just knew he was going to play today. The minute that Lampard didn't play him against Brighton, I knew instantly that he's saving him for this game. Of course, it's a big surprise using a back three, but maybe it's about time that I start analysing things a bit better. With the team and the squad right now, Lampard doesn't want to be in a situation where, he's forcing players to have to overexert themselves. We've got a few injuries. The last thing Frank wants right now is to pick up even more. We've got another game coming on Sunday, so the games are coming thick and fast. Yeah, it's looking kind of mad, but of course on the substitute bench, Cabra in goal, Cabra on the bench, Christensen, Kova, Pedro, HudsonOdoi, Giroud, and Michy Batshuayi. So of course, I'm expecting us to use HudsonOdoi later. Let's hope that we're able to get a comfortable lead as the game goes on. I'd assume that Frank will stop using the back three system in the second half, maybe bringing on Kova, playing three in midfield. I'd assume Hudson might play. Listen, with our bench, with our team, we're very, we've got a lot of, not layers, that's not the right words, but, we're very flexible from a tactical point of view. A lot of things can happen, and, that was one thing I was expecting from Frank Lampard this season when he signed for us. I knew that, Lampard is Mr. Adaptable. He likes to adapt to different situations and different opponents, and, this could give us some different edges to make it harder for teams to beat us. I'm okay with the lineup today. I think it looks very competitive. It looks very good, and honestly, I can't wait to watch the game. Of course, I've ordered my takeaway. Hey, I'm having a bad day today, but I've ordered my food to come exactly when the game starts. So, of course, I'm going to be tucking in when I'm watching this game. But you guys, you know what? I want to do a little quick plug before we continue on. And of course, remember, I am an affiliate for the club Megastore right now. So if you guys obviously want to get any official merchandise, you will find it in the description below, in the links. If you look in the description now, you'll see that I'm able to give you guys a 10% discount code. If you type in Nini10, you'll be able to get whatever you need. And you have to admit, since I've been wearing the kits, yeah, I'm looking a bit better. That's the magic of what our kits are doing this season. And you guys, what are you waiting for? If you do want to get anything from the store, remember to use the links. And you know what? Let's go straight back into the chat to see what you guys are saying. Okay. Sideshow Bob, how you doing, man? Aspie in the back three was elite under Conte as a right centre back. People should remember that he's only 30. Maybe he will prove people wrong. No, you're right. I think that was maybe the best way to use Aspie. I don't think he suits playing as a right back in a very high intensity system. That's not really what he's about. I think that Aspie is always someone that does very well defending when he's alongside other defenders around him. So it makes sense to use him in a back three. And, Lampard is smart. He understands that, listen, the squad isn't perfectly in its image right now. but he's making the best out of the current squad at his disposal. It would be silly to ostracize all the other experienced players just to focus solely on youth. It could easily backfire on you. You know, you want to win the entire team, the entire squad. So Lampard's finding systems and methods to incorporate everyone in the, you know, in the best way possible. Hey, I'm happy with that. I'm cool with that, you know. I've always been stressing that I like players being used in their best roles and positions. Athlete playing as a right centre back at times is going to help us this season. So again, it's got me thinking a lot too, you know, with Athby in his interview talking about how he's hoping to help Reece. Very cryptic. It was no surprise why he was smiling during that interview, because he knew that he was going to be playing as a wing, as a defender alongside Reece. It's going to be good to see how these guys play, you know. I'm expecting us to be very solid down that right-hand side. Extremely solid. I can't lie to you, man, I'm feeling confident. Thank you, David, for the super chat, bro. As I said, you guys, if you want any of your questions prioritized, you know what to do. Nothing major. It can be 50p if you want. It's not that deep. But anyway, let me continue on with some questions. Adam Wong, James Satami. Oh, that's what I'm looking forward to. It's Tammy's birthday today. Shout out to Tammy Abraham. What he needs for his birthday is a Reece James colour down that right hand side. You know what I mean? So he can just place him with his head, bottom corner on the net. That's what I'm envisioning from Tammy Abraham tonight. I want to see him score a headed goal, and I'm hoping that it's going to be Reece supplying the birthday boy today. But anyway, we move on. Big boy Steve, terrible username, but Pulisic is hated. He has more Champions League experience than all the youngsters. Oh no, that was a complete accident reading that. I'm not going to get into this Pulisic thing. It's nothing to do with hate. I've done too much research and I spent too much time talking about this. I can't do it anymore. Joanids, what you saying, man? Wouldn't we Tamori on the left to cover for Marcos Alonso? Hey, Kurt Zuma's been covering down that left-hand side time and time again, and he's been good. We're in a situation right now where we've got 4 very good defenders. It's going to be hard for Frank, and as Frank's saying, if you want to get in that first team, be on point in training and obviously play well in games. We move on. Hazard all the way. Do you think next season our wingers should be Musonda, Odoi, Pulisic, Neres and Sancho? Wow, 5 wingers for next season. Well, Musonda's still injured, and let's be realistic. He just needs to get games so he can get back to full fitness. Neres, he's an interesting player. I really like Neres. I really think that when we play Ajax later this year, a lot of people are going to get gassed watching Neres. I can't lie, Neres is always the first guy that I get in FIFA. Very good player. You guys know my opinions. I'd love to see Sancho come in here. I just think that whole English vibe, I think he would suit playing for the club a lot. We've got another super chat, Salman Khan. Appreciate that, bro. Thanks a lot. You guys, if you do send your super chats, do not forget to put your questions underneath. You know, I do feel bad that I can't answer anything, but obviously, thanks a lot for that, man. Let's go on. It's been Tamori covering for Alonso the last 2 games. Well, yeah, but I mean, obviously, when Zuma's been playing, which he has down the left-hand side quite a lot this season, he's been doing the same. I'm not against semantics, but anyway, Nini, what happened to Ruben? He's still injured. No, I can't say he's still injured. He's on the road to recovery. We should see him back hopefully next month. I'm ready for that, man. I'm excited for that. Once Ruben returns to the team, you guys, we're full strength again. We're full strength. And I don't know how good we're going to be as a full strength team, but I'm excited. And I feel confident that we're going to surprise a lot of people in this league. I think that tactically we look very good. We know how to create chances, which is the most important thing. And I feel like we look very fluid and we play as a team. So it's only onwards and upwards from here. Reece Gaming, great name. Good to see Aspie back in his best position. Exactly. He's too slow and predictable to play right back nowadays. Exactly, man. Exactly. You said it yourself. Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Nini, Ziyech or Neres. 2 players that I've got on my FIFA team currently, you know. I like both these guys. Of course, we have to understand that with the team right now, you know, we can't have every good player. We can't. Ideally, I'd love us to focus on first choice targets, and if we can't get them, second and third. But out of Ziyech or Neres, it's a hard one. Obviously, they can both play multiple positions. Maybe Ziyech might edge it a tiny bit for me, but I think Neres too. I mean, this guy's going to be Brazilian international, would be a good replacement for Willian. I mean, there's a lot to think about. There really is. And as I keep stressing, it really is exciting times with our club right now. I mean, who knows what's going to happen next season when we get a window to work in again. Madness. Let's see what everyone's saying on Twitter. Let's see what everyone is saying on Twitter. How are people reacting to the team lineups? That's what I'm really curious to find out, to be honest. Let me see. Okay. My guy, Silky Slim. Vince Blue Footy. When are we going to accept that the manager who coaches the players on a daily basis knows them better and what he wants? You don't see the whole picture. Criticizing the manager's selection is useless and unnecessary if it doesn't work well, if it's not on. Exactly. And I've got some super chats. The green turf. Oh, the green turf. Hey, thanks, man. Obviously, I've been seeing your YouTube channel. You're doing very well, my brother. Obviously, keep up the good work. And yeah, I'm very surprised. But yeah, thanks for showing love, man. I'm going to have to return the favor if you do a live stream. So I really appreciate that. If you guys want to check out the green turf, I enjoy his content. I enjoy his opinions. He's called the green turf. Yeah, give him a look. And thank you again to Shiva for another super chat. As I'm stressing though, you guys, if you want your question prioritized, do not forget to put your question before you send a super chat, because otherwise, yeah, I can't really get back to you guys. But I appreciate that. Yeah, let's continue on with Twitter. What is the timeline saying? The timeline's normally saying a lot. Man like Alex Goldberg, I wrote Pulisic on the bench. It seems like everyone's complaining about Pulisic not even being in the team. I mean, it is what it is. You know, Lampard's, as I've said in my videos, you know, he's put out a message to the squad and the team. If you want to play, you need to perform in training and in games. He needs to adapt. I don't understand why Pep can allow guys like, you know, Bernardo Silva to do that, and even Riyad Mahrez to a certain extent. Guys like Klopp can do that with Keita and Fabinho. These guys cost them more than 100 mil. If you're a Liverpool fan at the start of last season, you're not seeing two of your most expensive players in the team, you might be thinking, are these guys not good enough to be wasting our money? No. It doesn't come down to that. We have to be patient. Let Pulisic adapt. Pulisic has to keep his head down. I wouldn't be complaining about not being in the team. Deep down, he knows his performances haven't been that good. But if you want to get there, you have to show that you've been adapting to the style of the team. And let's be patient with him. You know, as I predicted, I wasn't expecting this to be a walk in the park for Pulisic. It was the last thing I expected this season. I'm not surprised that he started the season how he did. But I think that as it goes on, once we get to the Christmas period, and with the Christmas period, that's the period where we tend to struggle, especially with our recent history. We'll be seeing Pulisic, so let's not worry, you guys. I've got some more super chats. Shivan again, thank you, bro. I really appreciate that, man. What else is the timeline saying? Wow, Pulisic. All I'm seeing is Pulisic. Reese. Okay, George Benson. Oh, verified George Benson. It is what it is. Nice. Reese James, Canty. Forgive me, you guys. Honestly, all I've had today is a cup of tea and an apple. It's not even because I'm on some like bulimic thing. It's because like when you're working in front of a computer, you can just forget to eat. You can forget to eat, and now I'm starting to feel it a bit now. But as George is saying, nurturing James into the role, you love to see it. We called it. Hey, good. That gets a like. Something positive finally. And you know what? I think it's enough of the timeline. That's enough of the timeline today. Let's get back to you guys. You know, talking to me in the live stream right now. Nelly Dope will lose it. Oh, no, I'm not even going to finish that. Eric Albers, that's Liverpool. Chelsea isn't Liverpool right now. Be honest with yourself there. Fair enough. Brad Miller, Pulisic was fine against Grimsby. No one wanted to pass him when he got into good positions. Well, the positions you're talking about was when he got inside the box, and Michy Batshuayi was playing up front in that game. So let's be serious. Is Michy going to look to pass to anyone when he's inside his zone in his territory? Of course not. But you're all right. Pulisic did get into good positions. And this is what tells me that We need to be patient because he's clearly got ability. He's clearly got that. Right now, adapting is about getting the best out of his skill set. As I keep stressing, it's a new country, new league, different climate. I mean, I don't know how he's getting along with the team. I'm assuming it's going to be okay. But, he's not playing at Dortmund. At Dortmund, he was there since he was like, a late teen. The environment was more stable for him. He was comfortable. He understood the system because he played that system for Dortmund's number 2 team. This is why he was able to show what he can do. But obviously, last season with Sancho really blossoming and really finding his own form. Obviously, Pulisic was struggling at times last season. And, I don't know how many times I can say it. We just got to be patient. So I'm going to try and actively avoid looking for any Pulisic questions. Ziad Ibrahim, when Willian and Pedro leave, who should we sign? It's got to be Sancho for me, man. 100%. Jacob, awesome channel. Love from Sydney, Australia. Appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot. Adam Wong, Pulisic sells more jerseys than Pepe. At least that's one thing he's winning in right now. Football XD, this is not progression, this is stagnation. I'm not too sure what that is related to. Kofi, yes, a fellow countryman. 3 back system is the best way to stop counter-attacking teams and control the match at the same time. Top decision from Frank Lampard. You're 100% right, man. In my match preview, I spoke about how we need to limit Lille's attacking threat. I didn't think of us using a back 3 system, Sometimes when I do my predicted lineups, maybe I'm a bit too attacking with my mindset. I'm always thinking of the most pro-offensive tactical methods and games. It's made me think that I need to, see things through a different perspective and, try and get a bit more in-depth with my analysis. But we continue to move on. Lampard all the bloody way. Damn right. Nini. You guys, I'm hungry. Apologies for this. Nini, biggest question of your life. Good Lord. Who was worse, Shevchenko, Morata, or Torres? Oh, you know what? I have to say Torres. I'm sorry. Now, I know that for some reason he scored that goal against Barcelona. It's not enough for me. I'm sorry. I'm being cynical at the time. That goal he scored basically meant that Barca couldn't get back in the game. But we only had like a minute or two to seal out that game. And we would have qualified anyway. My thing with Torres was that he was just too scared to find himself in the books. That was my thing. He just wasn't in those areas. He was too scared to, be in the spotlight, And I think that's why I'm always going to hold that against Fernando Torres. He had a big reputation coming at the time, was clearly the wrong signing. One thing I never understood with the club at that time was why were they constantly looking to replace Drogba? I don't understand. I never understood. Why wasn't Drogba fully backed? Why did we waste our time and effort on Torres? God knows, but I mean, this is the thing about Didier Drogba. Whenever things were going against him, whenever the club tried to sign competition, it just meant that Drogba improved even more and stood out even more. So, ended up working in our favour. And, that's my answer, man. I think Fernando Torres, for me, he's probably the worst striker I've seen, in my personal opinion. Okay, just looking, Torres was poor for us, exactly. Eden Hazard. You know what? I'm actually thinking of doing an Eden Hazard video when I get time. I mean, right now it's so hard fulfilling all the ideas I have for content. You guys know that I like to put effort in my videos by, editing it a tiny bit and stuff. But Eden Hazard, I don't know what's happening at Real Madrid. I don't know what Zidane's doing. You're just making this guy play as a left winger so he can put crosses in the books. What? What am I seeing with Eden Hazard? And it's like Zidane's been gassing this guy for how many years? You would have thought that once he finally got his man, you'd be seeing Hazard just exploding, Yeah, it's not looking too good, but it is what it is. But let me ask you guys this question. Let's say in some hypothetical worlds, let's say, Hazard's I made a big mistake signing for Real Madrid. I need to get out of here. I need to go. let's say he was available in the summer again, just hypothetically, having a bit of fun, would you guys take him back to the team? Now, I know for me personally, I would. I understand that you take HudsonOdoi's position, but I'm thinking, listen, Hudson is a teenager. By the time he gets his left wing position back again, he'd be like 21, 22, which is fine. I look at Raheem Sterling, and I can see why Lampard himself compared HudsonOdoi with Raheem Sterling. You know, Raheem, no one thought that he'd be a guy that would get more than 20 goals in a season. We've seen him for years struggling to finish efforts on goal, but he did it. He's about 24, 25 right now. It took him like 8 years to get to a very high level, but that's what it takes sometimes. So that's a bit of fun. If Hazard was available, for me, that I thought we would instantly be title favourites. Nah, I'm being a bit too strong. We'd have a big possibility of doing something in the league. The green turf again. My guy. Bro, you're being too nice, man. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Yeah, someone's talking about match links in the community tab. You guys should know where to find that. Of course, if you go to my YouTube channel homepage, you'll see the tabs. You'll see community. I'm going to post links there and I get some. So make sure that you stay tuned for them and go to the community tab to obviously find the links. But as I'm always saying this question non-stop, and I get it with live streams. Like, no one wants to waste time looking for a stream. It's the most depressing thing. It's the longest thing. While I look for one, and Neely can just find it for me. I understand. Don't worry. I got you guys. I'll see what I can do. But I'm going to keep it moving in 2 more minutes because, you guys, I'm starving. All I'm thinking of is food right now. I can't lie. But, okay. Let me answer a few more questions before I keep it moving. Zuggy, Nini, I think Chelsea should take him back because he was a massive asset and one of the biggest reasons why. Zuggy, of course, man, of course, 100%. I mean, I personally don't think we can say no to Eden Hazard if he was available again. The green turf, hey man, please order a pizza and beer, bro. Don't feel bad. I do it because I can, and you work hard for the community, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for showing love. And if you got me on Twitter, definitely send me a DM and we'll talk. Munir, thanks Nina. Adonis, go Blues, 100%. F.A. Gas Hats. I can't even pronounce that. I might have to unsuffer Blue Lines, Football Therapy, George Benson Eunice, delete the Chelsea app, and forget about the team. I'm so pissed about Pulisic leaving Pulisic at home. Oh, come on, bro. Come on, man. Perspective. It's just like, sometimes I get bored with these saying like recycle conversations. I don't understand why we just can't accept that he needs to adapt. Like, this fan entitlement, especially in modern day football, you know, people, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. You know, by now you think we'd be seeing things through the team and the manager's perspective. No one's saying Pulisic's a bad player. We all know he's not a bad player. I haven't seen anyone, even though he hasn't been playing, in the games when he's played bad, I haven't seen anyone say he's a bad player, because he's not. He just needs to adapt with the system, teammates, and the league. You know, the Premier. Let me give you an example of the Premier League. Yeah. One thing that players constantly talk about in the Premier League is the physicality. I'm not saying that's because in the Premier League players are stronger. Of course not. It's the intensity. The intensity. You got to realise, in our system, a lot of times Pulisic has to play with his back to goal. Now the thing is, in the Bundesliga, a league he already understands and knows, you know, he's able to prepare how he's going to use his body, how he's going to move the ball, etc., etc. But in the Premier League, in a league where we know referees don't like to favour you, you know, referees will, you know what? I'll just say this very quickly because I need to go soon. Listen, we've seen that Pulisic is getting knocked down to the floor time and time again. And that is just evidence alone that he hasn't adapted to the intensity of the league. That doesn't mean that he's not going to get there. Of course he will. He just hasn't adapted there just yet. And what I've noticed with Pulisic is that after a few knocks to the floor, he gets quieter. And that's okay. I mean, he's like 20 years old. I'm not expecting this guy to be action man playing as a winger for us, you know. So I'm okay with that. And this is what I mean by adapting. We need to let him find his feet, get his confidence, and obviously adjust to the tempo of the league. Once he does that, he'll be fine. All right. But you guys, obviously, on that note, I need to keep it moving because I think my food is basically here right now. You guys, of course, make sure you stay tuned for the match review later tonight. You know what? I'll let you guys know too. I want to bring back the Q&A live streams. Q&A live streams. I want to bring back the call-in shows. That is one thing I definitely want to bring back this month in October. I want you guys to have an opportunity to, have debates with me, talk about discussions, topics, whatever. When I first did YouTube, it was always about the community and building that. Recently, I have kind of, since I lost live stream access, that affected all my plans, but I've got it back now. I just want to do things bigger and better. So sometime this month, I'm gonna bring back the call-in show, so you guys have an opportunity to come on this show and talk football with me. But you guys, thanks for all the support, thanks for all the love. Last question before I leave, perfect timing. Fatel Gueda, Reece is going ahead of Trent and AWB at the Euros. I mean, for England right now, we're in a very positive situation. Reece, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and of course Wan-Bissaka. Now, personally, I feel like Reece is a combination of both. I think that Trent is much better attacking and going in the final third, but defensively, he's going to get better. He's still young. And with Wan-Bissaka, I think he's much better defensively than he is in the final third. But with Reece, he is like a best of both worlds. Very physically strong on top of that as well. He looks a very promising, good player. The guy's built like Branislav Abramovich, and he's a great footballer on top of that as well. So you are right. I think that if Reece, is injury-free this season and is consistently playing, he's got a big possibility of representing England as a first-team right-back. But you guys, I'm definitely to go right now. Thank you for watching. I'm QnA FC. This is Blue Lions TV. See you guys later for the match review.